parable of the talents. A long time ago, Jesus was teaching a group of people about God's kingdom. He often used stories, called parables, to help people understand important lessons. One day, Jesus told a story about a man who gave his helpers some money to take care of while he went on a trip. This story is called the parable of the talents, and it teaches us about the importance of using what God gives us wisely. Now, let's hear the story. Once upon a time, there was a man who was going on a long trip. Before he left, he called his 3 helpers and gave each of them some money to take care of while he was gone. He gave the first helper 5 bags of gold, the second helper 2 bags of gold, and the third helper 1 bag of gold. He gave each helper a different amount based on what he thought they could handle. The first helper was excited and immediately went out to work with the money. He used the 5 bags of gold to make 5 more bags. The second helper did the same and used his 2 bags of gold to make 2 more bags. But the third helper was afraid of losing the money. Instead of using it, he dug a hole in the ground and hid the bag of gold there. After a long time, the man came back from his trip. He called his helpers to see what they had done with the money. The first helper said,
"You gave me 5 bags of gold, and look, I made 5 more."
The man was very happy and said,
"Well done, you've been a good and faithful helper. I'm going to give you even more to take care of."
The second helper said,
"You gave me 2 bags of gold, and look, I made 2 more."
The man was very pleased and said,
"Well done, you've been a good and faithful helper. I'm going to give you even more to take care of."
But when the third helper came, he said,
"I knew you were a tough boss, so I was scared. I hid your gold in the ground. Here it is, safe and sound."
The man was disappointed and said,
"You lazy helper, if you knew I was tough, you should have at least put the money in the bank, so it could earn a little interest."
Then he took the bag of gold from the third helper and gave it to the first helper, who had 10 bags. The man said,
"If you use what you have well, you'll get more. But if you don't use what you have, even the little you have will be taken away."
And he sent the third helper away, because he hadn't done anything with the money he was given. So, in the end, the man rewarded the helpers who worked hard and used what they were given wisely. But the helper who didn't do anything with his bag of gold lost it. Jesus told this story to teach us that we should always try our best with the talents, gifts, and opportunities we have. If we use them well, we can do great things and be trusted with even more. But if we hide them away and don't use them, we might miss out on the good things that could come our way. This story reminds us that it's important to be responsible and make the most of what we have. This story teaches us that we should use our talents, skills, and opportunities wisely. When we do our best with what we have, we can make good things happen and be trusted with even more.
Thank you. We will see in the next video. Until next time, may blessings guide your path.